The Stamp Collector, written by Jennifer Lanthier, illustrated by Francois Thisdale. This is the story of not long ago and not far away. It is the story of a boy who loves stamps and a boy who loves words. This is the story of a life that is lost and found. A city boy living in the shadow of a gray prison finds a scrap of paper on the street. It is empty, stained, and torn, forgotten. There is nothing remarkable about this envelope, except its stamp. The boy takes it home to show his grandfather. It is not rare or precious, the grandfather says. He holds a magnifying glass over the emerald green stamp, but it is beautiful. Not far from the prison, there is a moss-green village and a country boy who loves words. He reads every book in his home, but it is not enough. The country boy craves stories. He devours every poem and fable in his school and his library. Still he hungers for stories. In the field, the children call to the boy to put down his book and join their game. He cannot hear. He is tumbling through time and racing across the stars. Soon he begins to find stories all around him. He learns to capture them. He writes. As a city boy tucks a stamp under his pillow, he knows it is precious. The stamp has traveled far, farther than the boy could imagine. The boy has never dreamed of far-off places, until now. In his dreams, the stamp is a kite, a paper jewel from the crown of a wise old king. It holds a secret message. It is a clue to buried treasure. The stamp is the key to another world, one that is new and full of adventure and stories. But the smoke-filled city is hard and the boy is poor. Dreams do not buy bread. It is his duty to help his family, to grow big and strong, to find work. As soon as he is old enough, the city boy leaves school. He takes a job as a prison guard, but he keeps the stamp. The country boy sees the crops fail and the stream run black. Stories do not buy bread. As soon as he is old enough, the country boy leaves school. He goes to work in a factory, but deep inside him, a story grows and grows, filling his soul until he almost bursts. He writes. He writes of a land that is choking and dying until the children bring it back to life. His story brings joy and hope to the villagers, but it brings fear to others. The factory owners complain to the gray men who run the village, make him stop. While the village sleeps, men in uniforms arrest the writer and take him away. He is not allowed to say goodbye to his parents or friends, not allowed to speak. The gray men say words are dangerous. They send the writer to prison. No more stories. The prison is cold and has many rules. No talking, no friendship, no laughter. The boy who became a guard and the boy who became a writer are lonely. They do not know that the writer's story is spreading across the land, bringing hope. Years pass. One day a letter arrived for the writer, but he is not allowed to see it. The guard wonders why a letter would come from so far away, but he does not ask. He must not break the rules. The guard places the letter in a file to be forgotten, but he saves the stamp. The letter is followed by another, and then another. The file grows thick. The stamps are so beautiful, bright and colorful, large and small. They are like seeds blown by powerful winds from all corners of the world, like wishes. One night the guard dreams that all his new stamps are escaping. He tries to snatch them back, but they fly away, back to their far-off countries. When he awakes, he trembles with relief to find the stamps are still in their box, not free. The next day the guard opens the file. He reads the letters. Some are written in his language. Many use alphabets he has never seen. Some are in crayon, others in ink. Some have drawings. Some are from old people. Most are from children. In his cell, the writer sits, imagining the visitors he is not allowed to see. He is hungry and sick. The guard appears. He sees the writer shiver. The guard hesitates and slides something small and bright between the bars. A stamp. At first, the writer and the guard do not speak. They must not break the rules. But the next day the guard brings another stamp, then another. The writer smiles. Every stamp tells a story without words. The writer knows he is not alone now, not forgotten. But the prison is a hard, gray place. The writer is now much older than his years. He begins to cough, and the sound pierces the guard's heart with dread. Now instead of a stamp, the guard brings a letter, and another, and another. The writer reads. The letters tell of how his story was passed, from reader to reader all around the world. Adults write of the joy his story brought them, and about change and hope. Children send their own stories and songs and poems. Everyone begs for one more story, just one more. The guard sees the letters tremble in the writer's hands. He hears the cough. He thinks about his job, his parents, and his safe life, and about the prison rules. The guard doesn't believe he is brave enough or strong enough, but he says to the writer, "Tell me." Each day, the writer grows weaker, yet in whispers, he tells the guard a new story. And the story fills the guard's soul until he wonders if he will burst. He marvels at the words that soar and swoop and thrill and break his heart. "Again," he pleads, "again." The guard's grandfather once told him of a beautiful library far, far away, a place for people who love words and stories, a place for writers. But the writer's cough grows stronger. The guard knows he will never be free. It is too late. On a cold, gray dawn in November, the guard waits by the writer's side. At first, neither speaks. The prison doctor is watching. But the guard holds the writer's hand until the end. He whispers, "Goodbye, friend." Alone, the guard sits and thinks about the writer and the prison and the gray men. The guard wonders if he is truly brave enough or strong enough. Then he hugs his mother and father goodbye. He does not tell them his plans. Too dangerous. The road is long and lonely, and the guard is hungry and tired by journey's end. But the library is warm and safe and full of people who love words and stories. The guard takes a small emerald green stamp from his pocket. He hesitates. Then he writes, "This is the story of not long ago and not far away. It is the story of a boy who loved stamps and a boy who loved words. This is the story of a life that was lost and found."